Okay, so this is a house in Utah, which was sent to me by Peter, who's a fan of the channel. And he doesn't live here. He tells me he lives in a three-bed semi in Yorkshire. And this house is interesting because it shows the difference between how luxury homes are done in the US versus the UK. And it's from the Lindy Denny TikTok channel. So let's have a look. Huge. Okay, straight away you can tell this thing's massive and set on a large plot of ground. I like the fact that you can walk up to the front door and that it's sheltered. I've said it before, if you're trying to find your keys when it's pouring rain. And look at that door, that's metal. So that's, I'm guessing it's steel, but it looks like it's bronze. You don't see that very often. And we're into an entrance area with stairs. We've seen some UK homes try to do this. I think this one's doing it a bit better because if you just scrub backwards, you can see the upper area up here, and it gives you a greater sense of depth, and the size and volume of the house is kind of right there in front of you. But you're drawn into this new big wow space. Not sure if I'm a massive fan of that. And we've got a lower ceiling. And okay, I like this. I like how the dining room is in a small, more intimate setting rather than stuck in the middle of that huge open plan double height space. That's nicer. They've clearly thought about this open plan area. Pantry. And we're off. I imagine the acoustics in there are going to be a thing of wonder if you've got young children. And we've got a large bedroom. Huge. Good grief. Huge. Where's that stairs going and why can't we go down it? Big shower. That is a big shower. Feature bathtub. We always get feature bathtubs. Everyone seems to want one. Stairs go down, stairs go up. Okay. Suspended seat on the comb just so you can look down at people climbing the stairs. Bedroom. The furnishings and the interiors are kind of cozy. They're not looking for they're certainly not doing shiny. A lot of UK luxury homes seem to be doing shiny. I like that. I like how the mezzanine level overlooks the living area. So you could, at least in theory, have a conversation with someone who's sitting down there. I think that's okay. I like that. Okay, just go back slightly here. You can see that there's a type of vent in the wall. That's interesting. We'll come back to that. Why do we have steps going up? What's happening downstairs? That's that master bedroom downstairs. Why do we need to climb up? I don't know. Another bedroom. They all appear to be en suite. Oh, a laundry room. Okay, right. This is a good idea. I've done this in a few larger, taller homes in the UK, like townhouses in Edinburgh, 3-4 stories. Typically, we would put a utility room next to the kitchen. And that's a good idea if you have an open plan space to have a separate utility room so you don't hear the washing machine and whatnot. But if you've got a taller house, having a separate laundry room on the upper level near the bedrooms makes a lot of sense so that you don't carry the laundry down through the kitchen into the utility room and then all the way back up again. You've got a laundry room separate from your utility room. So good idea. I've done that a couple of times in the UK. Again, I like this big open volume where you can see what's going on. Now we're going downstairs. There's another one of these vents. Yeah, there, right, that. I think what we have here is an air heating system. We haven't seen any radiators so far, and I know that it's common in the US to heat your house using air rather than wet heating like we have in the UK, where you have a boiler that heats water, sends it around the house in pipes, they go into the radiators, and then they come back to the boiler as cold water, and that's how that works. Here you've probably got a forced air system where they're pushing hot air out into the building. And I suspect it's also possible to double as an air conditioning system when they get really hot summers. It's something you do not see that in the UK very often, if at all. More common in commercial buildings. What have we got here? Games room, home cinema, and another kitchen with a Belfast sink and massive fridge freezer. Good grief. What's that? And a bedroom. Who wants to sleep next to this? Good grief. We've got a play area for the kids. Mezzanine. Home gym. And what looks like a dance studio. And that's that stairs down from the bedroom. So the master bedroom could come down into the gym separately from everyone else. Bathroom. Okay. Back upstairs. Past the vent. Where are we going now? got a downstairs toilet, home office, nicely appointed, panels on the ceiling. We've not seen that in the UK. Not in contemporary homes anyway. You get them in older properties. Okay, what have we just walked through? Outside, back. Okay, we've got a granny flat. I suspect the Americans don't call it that, but that is, yep, that is ancillary accommodation, separate from the rest of the house. You go outdoors so you can have your guests or elderly relatives living with you without actually being in the house. Huge rear garden, full play set, recessed trampoline, basketball court. Why is that area penned off? Okay, high tension power lines. Obviously, we have these in the UK too, but if you build near these in the UK, you have all sorts of restrictions and you need to have a way leave. I don't know if they have it in America. I suspect they do, to legally allow the power company to come along onto your land to maintain those cables. There are also restrictions on how close you can build to these things. It's not mandatory, but it is negotiated, because for safety reasons, you can't have people living next to these things. And I'm guessing, but I suspect that because this land has that, whoever bought this plot was able to get it cheaper than they otherwise would because of its proximity to something like that. I'm guessing. Huge place. I like the way that looks. Their kids are going to be the most popular ones in school. What's in here? Another kitchen. And a shower. What? Okay, so what? Hose the kids down before they come back inside after playing in that. Recessed fire pit, and there you go. Right, well, that is a lot to take in. Obviously, the first thing is the size of the thing in comparison to what we would do in the UK and the amount of land that was devoted to the rear garden. 9 times out of 10 in the UK, that would be multiple houses on that plot, not just one. But I like how they factored in the ancillary accommodation, the granny flat. And they've got so much space that it would be easy to lose control of this design and just start putting rooms and facilities wherever. But I think they've actually thought about a lot of this, and you can see that they've thought about the open plan space where you can see what's going on in the upper level. And it could have become a bit clinical, but the interior furnishings are, I don't know, cozy would probably be how I describe it, rather than this glitzy, shiny porcelain marble tiles everywhere, lots of lights. A house done to that size in the UK would probably wind up looking a lot different. I'm not sure what construction methods they're using versus how we would build things in this country, but I don't know. It's massive. I don't think we'd ever do a house that size in the UK with a plot of land that size, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think about this in the comments.